to the light. Love, when I approach, tears fall like rain. Tell me, baby, you're all into 1,000 pieces that stop holding wise with clouded eyes. You can't see what I can, 'cause I blindly throw my faith to the face of the next good thing to come my way. So here we are, all of us standing around. We're leaning heavy on each other, always wondering what is it lies behind the worried eyes of one another. I believe it's love that's hiding every single dark in the shadow. Maybe it's up to you and me to bring it to the light. Love, when I approach, you can't fall like rain. You tell me, baby, you're all into 1,000 pieces that stop holding wise with clouded eyes. You can't see what I can, 'cause I blindly throw my faith to the face of the next pretty girl to come my way. I believe it's love that's missing here, but all of us have got it in us. Maybe it's up to you and me to bring it to the light. Love, when I approach, you hear the fall like rain. You tell me, baby, you're hard into it. 1,000 pieces of love. Oh, baby,
It's your boy Concert Viz 34 back at home.
What up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34.
Yep, so your boy Concert Viz 34 coming to you here.
What up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34. Aria. Okay, so this is Aria, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your love for the Dave Matthews Band.
I've been a fan of the band since April 28, 1998, and if you recognize the date, that's when Before These Crowded Streets was released.
Alpine is definitely a better venue than Summerfest, but we'll take it. I think I've been going to shows for about 20-something years.
I always tell people, like, compare DMB to now to when I first started, and I got started, in my opinion, I feel like I got started late. Like, I was at the very end of the band's prime. I feel like that 03 to 06 was like the end of the prime. 07, 08 was like, you know, we're at the very end, and then when Roy passed.
But Dave really, this is the thing, Dave has put, where Sean has been assigned the quarterback of this team. He is the coach, the play caller. He designs the jams. Dave just shows up and plays whatever he's going to play. What up, Jersey? What up, NYC? Shout out Staten Island. Shout out Fort Lee. Newark, what up? Hoboken, what up? Homedale, what up? Scotch Plains, what up? Wildwood, where everyone goes for the summer, what up? Atlantic City, what up? Orange, what up? Shout out to Woodbridge. Shout out Elizabeth. Shout out Tom's River. New Brunswick. Shout out to all the planes landing at Newark Liberty Airport right now. Garden State Parkway, what up? New Jersey Turnpike, what up? Shout out to the Lincoln Tunnel. Asbury Park, what up? Big ups to Patterson. Shout out to Manhattan. Yonkers. Big up to the whole tri-state area. What up, what up? It's your boy ConcertViz34. And this show is arguably show of the year. There were no liberations. Trey Anastasio didn't show up. Rick from Goose didn't show up. But Robert Randolph showed up and showed out. He trolled us, acting like he didn't know what day it was and thought it was tomorrow, and he pulled up. I went to Saratoga Springs for 2 Dave Matthews Band shows, and typically, again, as I mentioned yesterday, these shows in Homedale and Jones Beach, sometimes they flip-flop which goes first. They are kind of like the tournament after the Masters. But that is not a bad thing. As I mentioned yesterday, Cromwell, Connecticut has the Travelers Championship. And the Travelers crowds, the energy, the buzz, many times is arguably on a level that the players literally love it so much they still play even though it's the week after the Masters. And the last 2 shows, as I look back at these with full 2020 vision, last night was a little more confusing for me, but everyone at the show was saying this was one of their favorite shows. Tonight, whether you were there or you were like me watching on the Couch Tour or other live streams, it was clear cut. This was a special show. In 2023, my favorite show of the year was SPAC Night 1. But SPAC Night 1 had a shotgun in it. It had a stone opener. It had all these things I absolutely loved. That was July 2023. July 2024 is teaching me it's not about, do they have to play shotgun? Do they have to have a crazy easy liberation? Do they have to play Kit Kat Jam? They don't. it would be nice to hear that at Mansfield or hear that at Guilford. But just taking away certain songs, and shout out to antsmarching.org because they have a little chart that kind of shows different trends and songs that are up and down, and like songs that are being played a lot more, songs that are being played less, right? And that's in their tour central area. And for this tour, You and Me is being played 87.6% less. Cornbread is being played 82.73% less than typically the average tour. Jimmy Thing has 4 plays in 20 shows. And so when you take away these overplayed songs, when you take away the last 2 years, the big whiskey stuff, and just reduce it down. When you have a show like tonight where there's no covers, this show, listen, the band's going to do covers because that's what they like to do. I'm not going to, I can't tell them what to say. This is just my opinion. The band's they love having fun with Let's Dance and even other ones that aren't really ones that aren't my favorites. But this is the perfect example of a set list where the band plays the best of its catalog. There was no Stone. There was no Dreaming Tree. There was no Spoon. There was no Last Stop. God, I hope they still play those songs. But we got Recently and Granny and PNP and The Crash Into Me and Lying Our Graves and Idea of You and Stolen Away and Bartender and Say Goodbye and Grace Is Gone. When do you go to the bathroom during this show? Maybe Madman's Eyes. That maybe you go to the bathroom during Madman's Eyes and you don't ever leave your seat again. Rooftop tour debut. Maybe some people will say Rooftop. If you have to pick the least appealing song, which is hard in this set, maybe you go to the bathroom during Rooftop. But this band left Saratoga Springs, which was still a wonderful weekend. And they played 2 more shows without Jimmy Thing, and they added in Gems. Recently was not played at SPAC. Granny was not played at SPAC. Crash Into Me wasn't played at SPAC. Lion Our Graves was not played at SPAC. Drunken Soldier wasn't. Rooftop wasn't. Idea of You wasn't. Stolen Away. Bartender. So if you went to SPAC and then you went to Jones Beach and then you went to Homedale, you got 4 shows with some incredible stuff. You got an encore tonight. Here on Out has been played in 10 shows. And then a So Much Bridge Too Much, which to me, here's my thing. I have not been high on So Much Bridge Too Much in the main set as far as compared to other things. It's still a fun part of the show. I thought them putting this in the encore was awesome. And it should only be in the encore. If they're gonna just end it, put it in the encore. And let's talk about Robert Randolph, okay? I think I woke Mrs. Concert Vish because I'm turned up tonight. I'm turned up tonight, guys. Robert Randolph comes in and on Grace Is Gone. I'm listening to the couch tour. This is not soundboard audio. I am not at the venue. But you could hear him. What has been the challenge, and logistically it's a challenge with any band with all these mics on stage, is having a guest be heard through. I could hear Robert Randolph loud and clear. There were challenges with Bela at SPAC last year, SPAC Night 2, Corey Wong at MSG. This is live show business, right? You can tell nothing's recorded because there's these logistical challenges. You could hear Robert Randolph loud and clear. Shout out to the crew that works hard to make these things fit. And a lot of these sheds, they have not upgraded their sound systems. There's a lot of elements with the humidity and heat that's been following this band around. SPAC typically hasn't been as humid as it has been the last 2 summers. That's going to impact sound. They've dialed in this system with the humidity and the heat wave that has taken over the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. And Robert Randolph was heard, and he was dancing all around on Grace Is Gone. It was incredible to hear that Grace Is Gone with Robert Randolph just doing his thing. And you talk about a lot of times, a lot of these solos and jams are orchestrated. They already have been planned out. Robert Randolph was just doing his thing over the stuff that's already kind of set in place. The different blocks that are locked in. You had some freestyle rapping in the form of a slide guitar in Robert Randolph. So that's song one. So at this point, I'm like, they're gonna play Bayou, and hey, get it out of the way. I don't want to hear that Mansfield. Nope. Rodrigo is here as well. Oh, they're gonna throw Rodrigo, play Bayou. They play Hello Again instead. And so we get to, listen, it's okay if you like Bayou. It's okay. I understand people like it. I think the jam is fun. It's okay if you like Bayou. I don't think it's the best way to highlight Robert Randolph, even though that Red Rocks Bayou he broke every chain. No Tasha Cobb, Leonard. He was off the chain in that. But this is proof. This is proof again. Everything that I talk about on these streams, they have been exemplified through tonight's show. Cover your catalog, play more classics. You can mix in a couple new stuff. I want more classics. We done heard every new song. We done been Madman's Eyes, and it was played tonight, but it's okay because everything's great. We done walked around the moon. I already had a spaceman. I already seen how funny the way it is. Although that I do like what they've done in the Buddy era with that. Let's get back to the classics. This band has too good of a catalog for recently to be ignored. Now it's got 5 plays. This band, after Robert Randolph does 2 back-to-back songs with the band, they go right into Typical Situation. Are you kidding me? There is no slow down, looking for a vein, or all you wanted was tomorrow. And I actually like Looking for a Vein. But sometimes the momentum can slow down. Nah, they go straight. There's no Jimmy thing. And again, if Jimmy thing was played a lot less, it'll be appreciated more. That's what's happening this year. If it takes the rest of the year off and then comes back next year, it'll be appreciated more. But instead of going into a Jimmy thing, they go into their 4th Typical Situation of the year. Now we have just as many Typical Situations as Jimmy things that have been played in this tour. What a Time to Be Alive. They don't stop right there. They don't stop. Okay. They then go into Tripping Billies. And then they go into You Might Die Trying. Again, you could argue maybe if we have all these colossal songs, You Might Die Trying may be one of the low for some people. And then for some people, this is the song they absolutely love. Right? But this band, in the middle of the week, had arguably its best show of the year. I wasn't there, and I've been at Alpine this year. I've been at SPAC. There is no attendance bias. This is better. This show was better, but you know what? It doesn't. I'm happy for everyone that's there. Or was there. If you're in the parking lot still eating a sandwich, I'm happy you got to see this show. There is no player hating right now. Because I don't drive, like I'll get down to these venues one day. When I had to make choices for my summer tour, I said, I'm not driving to Jones Beach in the traffic, and I just can't make it to Homedale. I'm going to do Mansfield and Guilford. It's just easier for me to go north than it is to go south, and it's just a traffic nightmare this time of year. But I'm happy for my boy Mike, who will listen to. I'm happy for my boy Alex and his family who were there to see this awesome show. everyone else that's there on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm happy for you guys. Because this is exactly the type of set that makes overwhelmingly as many people in the fan base happy as possible. The people that are mad and upset at people that don't like Dave's every single voice, every single word in song are happy. The people that say, hey, I love what Dave does. I just don't like some of those set show flows. They're happy today. There's probably someone still upset. There's probably still someone crying about the lack of a violin. Get over it or go see another band. Right? At the end of the day, this is the type of show that is realistic, that is able to be done. You could switch other songs in and out of it. And it will just be something that makes people want to go to more shows. And can we talk about these crowds? These crowds, I've seen tickets available at some shows. Obviously, Homedale is a tough ticket. Guys, we're seeing so many artists. You guys know there were so many artists that are struggling to sell tickets right now. You have artists that are have hit radio songs that have billions of views and go viral, and they're selling 30% of their tickets for tours, and these tours are being reduced and canceled. Jennifer Lopez having a comeback tour, trying to get that nostalgia. They had to cancel the tour. This band is filling up these sheds in the Northeast, and they still were filling the sheds in other parts of the country. Yeah, you may have had stuff here or there. When that Alpine show came out, I'm like, and it was rescheduled. I knew I had to get my refund, and they allow people to get refunds. I'm like, I don't know, fam, because I know a lot of people that did not go to that rescheduled Alpine show. But you know what? That thing was full. The pavilion was full. So let's give the fans credit, and let's give this band credit, because people are still attracted to seeing this band live. And that's a beautiful thing. And by the way, guys, PNP and What Would You Say were the only repeats from Jones Beach. If you went to both of these shows, you get another What Would You Say. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. And then you get a PNP, but it's into Crash Into Me. First time in 5 shows. This is, again, in previous eras, as this band has rolled out Come Tomorrow and Walk Around the Moon and played Big Whiskey in the last, like the first decade from 2012 to 2022, I was Big Whiskeyed out, and I'm like, y'all need to just stop, chill. Like, listen, great album, and I probably there's probably is some connection to Roy that they really want to play that out, but y'all gotta cut this thing out. Is anyone mad Alligator Pie wasn't played tonight? Is anyone mad that Mother Father wasn't played tonight? No, this was a show. Yes, people want those songs back. Was anyone mad Beach Ball wasn't played? No. It's maybe one person, but whatever. And no Big Whiskey tonight. And when you really look at Come Tomorrow, you have what? Idea of You and Here On Out. 2 songs that I would pick from that album actually Idea of You. Maybe not Here On Out. Well, Here On Out, the only reason I'd be skeptical is because of Chompers in the crowd talking. Kelly, I know you want Alligator Pie. I know. It's you. You're not the only one. There's like 15 to 20 people I know personally that want it, and then there's everyone else. But listen, we didn't need an Alligator Pie tonight. They can get that free the show. Right? This was just solid songs. And a couple of songs you could say, hey, maybe they aight. But there was no Bayou. There was no You and Meh. There was no Jimmy thing. And I love Kelly because she's a good sport about it. Like, she knows. We're just giving her a hard time. You're so, like, she's not going to be like, I'm never watching this stream again. Right? So let's go ahead. We're going to play some of these interviews. We'll start off with Mike. What is it? All right, we're 26 minutes in. Let's try to get this stream under 50 minutes today. We'll see if we can do that, guys. That's my goal. If this band can put this type of set list in, I can stop talking as long as I typically talk. So without that, as I continue to talk and stall for more time, let's get this interview set. This is going to be Michael giving us a report from Holmdel.
All right, Marcus, here we go. Homedale, wrap up. What do we think? Man, just fantastic show. He strapped on that guitar in the beginning, and he never took it off, and he rolled through his old sets. It was fantastic. Highlight of my night was low again with Rob Randolph. Obviously, that was a chase of mine for a long, long time to see that. It was ridiculous. The crowd was really into it. Everybody was really pumped in their seats, having fun singing along. Just a great show on this little run, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do, whether or not he's going to keep rolling through with these old school hits, or he's going to start mixing in a little bit more new stuff. It seems like everything's been really kind of old lately. I'm kind of digging it. Everybody around me seems to really be digging it. Like it's back in the 90s. Everybody keeps saying it's back in the 90s, back in the 90s. We're all pretty happy about that. So let's see if he continues on in Mansfield with the same tradition that he's been doing, reaching that back wall, or is he going to do something different? I don't know. Thoroughly enjoyed the show. Just absolute great show. I always love the show in Homedale. I always think it's a great show. It's a great venue. It always sounds great. I'm looking forward to the next one, man. The band, as far as, because we haven't talked at all, the band sounds like they have been, ready? The band sounds like they've been in the studio, like actually working on putting the jams together, like orchestrating more, like really coordinating the jams out. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. It seems like Dave's been, I know like you say Rashawn, but it seems like Dave's really been coordinating the jams out lately and like what he wants to do. It seems a little bit like thought out, like they've really like practiced it, like they've been in the studio. I don't know, just my thought on that. Band's tight, man. Tight, loud, awesome. That's all I got, man. Wrapping it up from Homedale. See you in Massachusetts.
All right, so we got another mic. Thing here. Let me put that over. Yeah, so let's get this over. We'll slide this over, and then you guys can see some more mic here, because he just sent this in. So let's play this here.
Yo, Marcus, one other thing. They did that in memoriam thing at the Encore. I think the guy's last name was Joy. I don't know if it was Mike Joy or whatever. You might want to look into that to see what that was about. They had that up on the screens while they were at the Encore break. I've never seen that before.
All right, so it looks like some memoriam for someone. I don't know if you guys know who that is, let me know here. I'm gonna go ahead and get Alex. So we have a review from Alex. I want to make sure you guys can see this review. Alex Sohani, who's lives in Jersey as well, like Mike, and went out to this show. Let's go ahead and hear from Alex Sohani as well.
Just wrapped up the Homedale show. It was an awesome old school feel show. Start off with What Would You Say? And then continued on with just old classics the whole way through. For a while there, it felt like it was going to be all pre-2004 kind of songs, just a few new ones sprinkled in, but it was great. And to see the triplets return to the Encore for the first time in God knows how long. I can't remember the last time I was played in the Encore. That was terrific. Highlights, I guess the biggest highlight would have been Bartender for me. Hadn't seen that one solo in a long time, outside of a Dave and Tim show. And I can't believe Dave's voice held on all night. It was just like loud song and banger after banger after banger. There's a slight hiccup when he did PNP in a Crash, there was just like a little bit of an awkward pause, but it sounded all right. You know, there's worse songs out there than Crash, and it's become kind of rare these days, so it wasn't too bad to hear that. It was kind of nice to hear the crowd sing along and everything. Robert Randolph came out and guested for a couple of unconventional songs, which was awesome. Grace Is Gone, I did not know where that was going, but it sounded really cool. There's like a really built up to like kind of a crazy jam at the end there, and then they started jumping into Hello Again, and I also didn't know where that one was going to go, and they jammed that out for a while, and Robert Randolph was jumping up and down and using his foot to play and all that jazz. The guy's always a treat. So we had a great time. It's easily the most fun show I've seen this tour so far. And I think Dave Matthews loves New Jersey. Spack who? I think that the Jones Beach Homedale run kind of won at the end of the day, in my opinion. Anyway, hope you have a great stream, man.
Uh-oh, shots fired. Jersey getting up at Saratoga Springs in the capital region. Nah, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I was at SPAC. I wasn't at this. I just found some information on Mike. I'm gonna put it up in a second. I realized I saw this on Reddit I think it was a couple weeks ago. But we're gonna get this. Thank you, Zach, for sending this to me. Let me put this up. We're gonna get Alex off and put this graphic up for you guys. Let's make it a little smaller. Actually, no, we'll make it bigger so you guys can see the words here, and we'll just have to. All right, this was from Reddit, and so I'm gonna read this off for you guys. All right, so it says, if anyone here in the sub knew the super fan Chris Joy, aka Joy, please leave a comment or a story. Chris was a fraternity brother of mine in college and one of the biggest DMB fans in the world, the biggest fans the world will ever know. Joy traveled to hundreds of DMB shows over a 30-year span from 1991 to 2021. Was usually in the pit or very close to the front, and known by fans in the band for wearing a number 3 Sixers Iverson jersey and a yellow/black floppy hat when he attended shows. Someone once told me he was known for throwing out blow pops at shows too, but I never witnessed that in person. Dave acknowledged Joy numerous times verbally during shows as number 3. And there's proof of that in several live tracks recordings and in photos. The lovely ladies even referenced Joy as number 3 in one of their infamous intros of the band members during their rendition of Angel at Camden. Chris died very suddenly on Valentine's Day in 2021 at the young age of 48 and left behind an amazing wife and 2 children. Very sad to lose Chris. Let's see, where was I? Say very sad to lose Chris, but his legacy will always live on through DMB, especially every time the song Grace Is Gone is played live. R.I.P. Brother Joy. And this is Carter and Mike. And I remember seeing this and just, it's great to see the band acknowledge somebody that was with them really from the beginning, from 91 to 2021, 30 years, the first 30 years of this band. He was there. The other thing, I had this picture here that I was just sent, and this is him. And I have this Iverson jersey myself, and I'm a Sixers fan because of Allen Iverson. So I wish I could have talked to Mike or got to know him, because that would have been a connection we had. I literally have this black Sixers Iverson jersey from when I was in I still have it to this day, but I wore it a lot in high school. Allen Iverson's family is from Hartford. He has family in Hartford. One of his cousin's kids I actually mentor on Saturdays. So I love Allen Iverson and I love DMB. And great to see. Thank you, Zach, again, as for sending this in. And very rarely does the band acknowledge someone like this. So if that's the case, this band, again, he was there from the beginning. And it seems like he brought joy literally to these shows, which is important. I think it's important to, because here's the thing, right? Everything that brought me closer to this band were people that welcomed me into this environment, that made videos, that had content online, that made websites, from Ants Marching to the Almanac. There was value in the work that was done and the way that they did it and the way they loved this band. And so anyone with any sort of platform of recognition bringing, just really trying to show kindness to others is important. I feel blessed that you guys even watch my stream or watch these videos, but I hope that you guys laugh. I hope you guys have joy. I hope even through difficult times, this stuff does bring you joy, but this is what it's all about. It's not about stalking the band or trying to, really make the band's life more hectic. It's about being part of this community, showing love to others, accepting and caring for others and helping others, and talking to others about their life outside of the band. What was awesome about the meetup at SPAC was just talking to you guys about, hey, what do you guys do? What do you guys, what are your jobs? What do you guys, who are you with? Some of you guys brought your kids to the shows. How do they feel about the band? Or, my kids are back home with the babysitter, but they like basketball, or they like, the Yankees, or things like that. That is very important. You have to ask yourself, are you bringing joy? Are you bringing something to this community, or are you taking away from that joy? There was someone in the pit last night I saw on the couch tour, not the couch tour streamer, but someone else who was just being a jerk, right? There's people, I gotta camp out at the hotel. I gotta camp out this. I gotta just run down on these guys. Are you helping the band, or are you just frustrating the band even more? Even though they'll still smile and sign that autograph, like, do you need to make it more complex for the band members and the crew by pushing, shoving, things like that? Or are you bringing joy? So anyway, that is great to see. Let's talk about the poster here. And I'm going to bring up that poster. Let's see. This is another F4D Studios poster. And I think they are absolutely crushing this tour, and they're absolutely crushing the last couple of years that I've noticed them on. Maybe they've been on longer than that, but the last 2 years, F4D Studio personnel have done great things, and to me, they should replace Methane as far as the frequency of posters. I'm fine with Methane having a couple weekend posters and still having business with the band, but I think F4D Studios, as we're being shown through this tour, they're getting more posters that they're putting out. I think this is the next star. They are the next star. Do they have to? Does every poster have to be a grail? No. But every poster they put out has thought to it. It has freshness to it, and I think that's important. This one was made specifically by Landon Armstrong. Shout out to Landon Armstrong, part of F4D Studios. They did not play Walk Around the Moon. And many times the themes in the poster that song or that part of an album isn't played. But you have the red polka dot dress and the moon. Again, this type of artistry feels fresh. And maybe there's a day, I don't know, where F4D Studios says, hey, we did everything we accomplished with DMB. We're going to only do one poster a year. But this poster feels fresh. A lot of the Methanes don't feel as fresh. They have, I think the one at the tent one at SPAC was better than average. The Noblesville one was better than average, but a lot of their stuff has been missing, in my opinion. This feels fresh. This feels modern. This feels Walk Around the Moon, even though that came out last year. And so you have a poster that to me is a great piece of art. And there's other posters that aren't my cup of tea, but I understand why it's why people love it. And the more posters we have that have just some sort of love where it sells out or it almost sells out, the better. And so I think that's a great thing. Let me know. I just put in the chat. Is the stream choppy? I'm getting like drop frame rates right now. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I got rid of Comcast, and it was like this new internet I have has been working great. So maybe the Comcast goons came out and they're like, oh no, ConsertViz he switched out of Comcast. And now they trying to attack me. Oh, it seems okay. Oh, Kermit the Process has been dropped. Okay. But nonetheless, we're now done with New York, New Jersey Metro. We'll shift up to Mansfield and Guilford. I'll be at those shows. And if you guys see me, say what up. I still don't know as far as when I'll be getting there and everything. But I'll say this. Friday's stream is going to be like 2 hours after the show. I'm going straight home from Mansfield. So it could be 2.5 hours. We'll see. Because I'm like 90 minutes from Mansfield. And Guilford is Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Oh, that's the other thing. Let's have a PSA here. And I'll make a video out of this. And so, because one of the things, I don't think anyone, like half the fan base doesn't know how to spell Guilford, New Hampshire. Okay. So, all right, let me take the poster away and then we'll close out the show. This will be the last thing. And we'll get out of here for an hour. Let's go. All right. So, let's see. Let me get everything set up for you guys. Hi. All right, no, let's try it. We're gonna try it again. All right. Hi, it's your boy ConcertViz34. And do you know that every day over 15 posts in the Dave Matthews Band fan community misspells Guilford, New Hampshire? You see, there's two different types of spelling for Guilford typically in New England. There's Guilford, Connecticut, Guilford, and there's Guilford, New Hampshire. But Guilford, New Hampshire is not spelled the same. So what I want to do today is show you guys how Guilford, New Hampshire is actually spelled. So when you guys post on the forums or talk to other people or text me, you spell it the right way. Even one of the poster creators, which will not be named, misspelled Guilford, New Hampshire when they were putting out how you could buy their subscription service. This town, again, don't go to Guilford, horrible shows. But this town still deserves to be spelled the right way. If you look right here, we have the spelling of Guilford, New Hampshire for everyone. So we're going to zoom in even closer so that everyone, even in the back, can understand how to spell Guilford, New Hampshire. The first letter is G as in George, and then I as in Indigo, L as in Larry, F as in Foxtrot, O as in October, R as in Romeo, and then D as in Delta. It is not Guilford. And there's been a couple other spellings which I'm perplexed that people so smart in this fan base with multiple college degrees cannot seem to spell Guilford, New Hampshire. Again, if you have never been to Guilford, New Hampshire for a DMB concert, please don't go. It's full. It's closed. Go to Camden. It's a much beautiful place. Thank you guys for joining my TED Talk. And again, Guilford, New Hampshire is Guilford. Thank you. All right, there we go. Because people need to learn how to spell Guilford, New Hampshire. Pet peeve. But again, Guilford is full. Don't show up. We'll close out the show here. We're going to get this thing under an hour. I will. Let's see. What do I have for the end of this? All right, we got our closeout video right here. It's your boy ConcertViz34. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bella Fleck happens to be here. So we thought the best thing to do would be to start off by playing a song that Bella's never heard before. No. Just to even the playing field. Woke up at the bus stop. almost missing again. A window seat and I watch the whole